Hello there. Are you ready to go on an adventure together? Wrap yourself in the soft embrace of your favorite blanket and get ready to dance with dreams as the story unfolds like a whisper in the night. Are you ready? Let the magic begin. Today's story is called The Lighthouse of Courage. Once upon a time, in a world where the seas sparkled with magic and the skies whispered tales of adventure, there sailed a young pirate captain named Fernando. He commanded the mighty ship, the Dreamy Roger, a vessel known for its colorful sails and the joyous laughter that echoed from its deck. Alongside, Fernando sailed his best friend, Isabella, the master navigator of the Dreamy Roger, and Rainbow, his colorful parrot. One day, as the Dreamy Roger was anchored into the harbor of Coconut Bay, the trio was greeted by the mayor, Franck. The air was filled with a sense of urgency as Franck approached Fernando with a grave request. "Fernando," Mayor Franck exclaimed, "Coconut Bay's lighthouse is in dire need of a new lens. The light has dimmed, and ships are finding it difficult to navigate these waters safely. I beseech you, Captain, can you and your crew replace the lens and restore the guiding light to Coconut Bay?" Fernando's eyes widened at the responsibility bestowed upon him. His heart, usually fueled by excitement for new adventures, now felt a tinge of fear. Not just any fear, a fear of heights. The lighthouse stood tall, overlooking the bay, its light guiding ships through the darkness. However, the thought of ascending to its towering heights sent shivers down Fernando's spine. Isabella, ever perceptive, noticed the change in her friend's demeanor. "Fernando," she said with a reassuring smile, "together, we can overcome any challenge. Fear is just a hurdle. It's our ally waiting to be discovered." Rainbow, perched on Fernando's shoulder, nodded in agreement. With a mischievous glint in its eye, the parrot chirped, "Squawk! Fear is but a cloud in the sky, Captain. Let's chase it away and let the sun shine on Coconut Bay." Determined to face his fear, Fernando, with Isabella and Rainbow by his side, set out towards the lighthouse. The climb was steep, and as they ascended, the world beneath them seemed to shrink. Fernando's hands trembled, his knees wobbled, but with each step, he felt the unwavering support of his friends. Isabella, always the voice of reason, guided Fernando with encouraging words. "Look ahead, Fernando. We are here for you. You're not alone in this journey." Rainbow, with its knack for mimicking voices, chimed in, "Squawk, Fernando, my friend. The wind tells tales of your courage. Let it carry away your fears." As they reached the top, a breathtaking view unfolded before them. The bay stretched out like a canvas of blues and greens, and the setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and pink. The lighthouse, however, stood dark and silent, awaiting the return of its guiding light. As Fernando stood atop the lighthouse, the fear of heights clutched at his chest, threatening to overshadow his adventurous spirit. Isabella, ever perceptive, approached him with a gentle smile. "Fernando," she said, "close your eyes for a moment. Let's face your fear together." Fernando, willing to trust in his friend's guidance, closed his eyes. Isabella placed a comforting hand on his shoulder and began, "Now, picture your fear. What shape does it take? What color does it wear?" In the darkness behind his closed eyelids, Fernando envisioned his fear as a swirling vortex, a mass of dark shadows tinged with hues of deep blue. The fear, once amorphous, now had a tangible form, a manifestation of the apprehension that gripped him. Now, Fernando, Isabella continued, imagine that swirling mass shrinking. See it getting smaller and smaller until it's no bigger than a tiny pearl. Fernando, guided by Isabella's soothing words, visualized the shrinking fear. As it diminished in size, a surprising sensation of relief washed over him. The oppressive weight on his chest began to lift, and the once intimidating fear seemed more manageable. Isabella's voice cut through the imagery. What do you feel now, Fernando? Fernando opened his eyes, a newfound calmness reflected in their depths. It's smaller, Isabella. It's just a tiny pebble now, not this overwhelming force. I can hold it in my hand. Isabella nodded, her eyes filled with encouragement. Fear, my friend, is a powerful adversary, but it can also be tamed. It's a part of us, but it doesn't define us. Now that you've seen it, acknowledged it, and shrunk it down, what was once a looming dread has become something more manageable, hasn't it? Fernando, still processing the transformation within himself, smiled. You're right, Isabella. It's like facing a fierce sea serpent only to discover it was a playful fish all along. I never thought I could feel relieved about my fear. Isabella patted his back, and Rainbow, sensing the change in the air, squawked in approval. Squawk! Fear is like a ship in stormy waters, Captain. It seems mighty, but with a steady hand, it can be sailed through. As they resumed their task at the lighthouse, Fernando carried the pebble-sized fear with him, no longer as a burden, but as a reminder of his own strength. With each step, he felt the support of Isabella and the comforting presence of Rainbow. The once daunting heights now seemed conquerable, and as the new lens lit up the night, Fernando realized that fear, when faced head-on, could transform into an unexpected ally, one that led to newfound courage and illuminated the path ahead. As the light pierced through the night, ships in the bay found their way with ease. Coconut Bay, once shrouded in darkness, was now bathed in the comforting glow of the lighthouse. The trio stood together, triumphant in the face of fear, their bond stronger than ever. The mayor, Franck, witnessing the spectacle from below, approached with gratitude in his eyes. Captain Fernando, he said, you and your crew have not only saved Coconut Bay, but have also shown us the power of facing one's fears. Fernando, his fear of heights now transformed into a source of strength, replied, Mayor Franck, in the heart of every fear lies the seed of courage. With friends like Isabella and Rainbow, no challenge is too great. Together, we can turn fear into an ally and illuminate even the darkest corners of the sea. And so, with the lighthouse glowing brightly behind them, Fernando, Isabella, and Rainbow set sail once again, their hearts filled with the knowledge that fear could be conquered. And with courage, even the tallest peaks could be scaled. As the dreamy Roger danced on the waves, the stars above winked in approval, sharing the tale of Fernando and his crew with the vast expanse of the pirate world.